Welcome, friends. It's me, Suze, coming to you with a message today, just for the record. So, under that fair use article, where of course we use to criticize, critique, educate, enlighten, we're getting some wire tips today from one of the soggiest bottom feeders going. Welcome to Commonwealth Chanting. Whenever anyone says that he's acting or putting forth the premises as if all of one group acting uniformly about something, you know that that's a bullshit thing. That that's just a stereotype. That that's probably a racist, overgeneralized stereotype because that's not how people are, right? That's not how people are. There are plenty of Jewish people who have a very healthy relationship with money and don't be crazy about it, right? There are plenty of Democrats who are socially conservative. There are Catholics who believe that abortion is permissible under certain conditions. There are born again Christians and Protestant congregational members who do think that it's acceptable for someone to be homosexual. Okay? Whenever anyone talks in extremes, you know that they're probably talking about overgeneralization. So that's putting forward an attack on any sort of premise that's predicated in conspiracy theory land that's premised on what happened was the Democratic controlled government of Puerto Rico, the Democrats, all the coroners are Democrats. All the
Nothing loving to
politicians
say
are
in the eye of the
Democrats.
storm.
That's very unlikely, and in fact, well, I falsified it. In the case of Puerto Rico, it's just 100% not true. Okay? Kiss my ass.
It's way too
Honestly,
big and way
if you're
too
going to stay
dirty.
out there and say that all the politicians of Puerto Rico are Democrats, it's very easy. You are going to have to cite your sources. You contact me,
No
you say,
more
I have a source.
Democrats and
You send it to
Republicans.
me via email,
No more liberal and conservative.
cwchanter@gmail.com. I'll look
It's
at
gonna
that
get
source.
all
If it's
washed
just 10 minutes
away.
today or some other sort of kooky thing like David
Don't
Icke,
you get it,
I'll tell
poor
you to go
boy?
where you can go. And if it's something
Poor
even more important,
boy.
I'll look at it. But I don't see how it's going to be right because
And
it's
I'm not
wrong
lonesome
for
or
them
blue
to
either.
move forward. Conspiracy problem number two. The assumption that all people in any one category
Hey,
are
number
either
one,
one,
he's never known
evil,
love.
right? Viciously
Never
evil,
made love to a
or
woman.
two, ignorant collaborators,
Never been a strong
right?
man.
Ignoring the fact that
You
the
know he's gotta be
whistleblower, okay, this,
terrified with
you
what's
know, okay,
coming.
so here's
They call me
it's a
poor
variation on the
boy.
all problem.
Poor boy.
Um, the coroners in Puerto
And
Rico
he's got
falsified
short
the
fingers.
death certificates in order to achieve one result. The reason that chemotherapy is prescribed as a treatment of
Buy
cancer
a
is
car.
because
Can't
all the
clean my
doctors
room.
are
Don't
evil
give a
or
shit. I'll just screw
ignorant
people
collaborators,
till I'm blue in the
right?
face.
That's not how people are.
Like Chanter.
Evil,
Right. They
objective,
call him
evil,
poor boy.
sociopathic and psychopathic tendencies
You
is
are a
not the
poor
norm
pathetic
of any
boy.
category or
Sir
classification of
Chant-a-lot.
people. It's not
How's
the
your
norm of
religion doing
corporate
for you?
CEOs. It's not the
At
norm
Commonwealth
of
chanting from
presidents or
hell. You
politicians.
calling up
It's
demons
not the
today?
norm of people who serve in
What
the
you up
military.
to?
It's not the norm of police officers. It's not the norm. It's not even the norm of criminals.
Hmm.
Sociopathic and
Talk about
psychopathic
the
personality
pot
types
calling
are
the kettle
outliers.
black,
So
right?
the notion that every member of the American Medical Association, every member of Big Pharma
Hmm.
sleeps well at night because they know exactly what they've done.
You mean
They're
every
killing you
member?
slowly for profit.
They're
They
not
don't
on
give
a
a
need to
damn
know
because, you know, it's
basis?
profit.
You
And all
mean
the
they
other
don't
people that don't fit
get
in the category of
sucked
being
in to
psychopath
feed
or
their
sociopath,
families?
they're just an ignorant collaborator, right?
You
They
mean
just
they
don't
don't
look at the
sign
studies, they don't look
non
at the
disclosure
statistics, they just,
agreements?
you know,
I
got
mean,
bigger problems
what are you
in their
really
lives.
saying
So they're not looking at
about this
the
human,
true answer that's right in front of them, that these people
what
that
is
are
it,
surviving
experience
the
that we're
going into
having as
cancer
spiritual
remission post
beings?
chemotherapy are
This is
not
a
doing it
powers and
because of the
principalities.
chemotherapy. They're doing it
And I
despite the
know
chemotherapy, right?
that
That the
you're
person who
cool
survives,
with
goes into
believing that you're
remission
a
after
monkey.
cancer,
I get
after
that.
going through chemotherapy, should be
But
doubly awarded or
people
considered a
that are
real super
monkeys
person because,
shouldn't be
not only
speaking
did
to the
Superman
public
survive cancer,
online.
they also
And
survived
don't talk
chemotherapy.
about cancer.
It's just not the
Really?
way the world
I
works.
mean, isn't that a
But to
lot of
believe
spell
in this, to
casting?
believe that
Because in the
everybody in any
end,
category
we're
is
really
perfect with
eternal. We're
credit,
just
with
in
a
and out of
Democratic
form,
politician of Puerto
Chanter.
Rico,
So what are you
or a member
saying
of the
about
American Medical
cancer exactly?
Association, or a
Who you
psychiatrist,
talking
or anything
to?
like this,
I
to
mean,
suggest that
somebody
all these
that
people
knows their
exist
fate
in
already?
a
Because
situation where it's only
I
one of these
already
two
know.
categories is to ignore the fact that there's
Don't think I'm
whistleblowers, right?
stupid
And this
ever.
is especially funny and ironic in
And I wouldn't
conspiracy theory
trust a
land
doctor
because
to touch me
how
with
are
a
we going to know
10-foot
the fact that
pole.
the whistleblower phenomena exists, that people are
Oh, and I'll
whistleblowing? The
exist.
point being that if all the
With or
Democrats were
without your
communists in Puerto
approval.
Rico, that you would have someone come out who would say, you know what, I
And
got
I
some
am
of the people
so
that were
free.
happening in the hospital in San
And I'm
Juan,
ready to face whatever
working
comes.
there, along with the other coroners, and they started saying, just say that it was a death as a result of Hurricane Maria. First of all,
Ah.
this is just ignorant of how the studies studying and how
Oh,
people
wait.
the death
The
toll and tally
studies
was
are what's
created for
ignorant. Because remember,
Hurricane Maria. It's
they're all
not the fact that
manipulated.
these
So
people
as
weren't
you
writing
talk
on death
about this legal
certificates that
system and these
Jose
studies
Sanchez died because
put
of
out
Hurricane
by
Maria.
bots
No, the
and
cause of death is
sock
death,
accounts
and then these studies were
and people
extrapolated
with
based
nothing
on
better
past
to
mortality
do
rates that X
with
more people
multiple
died
accounts, and
in
you
the
really
in the
think
months after Hurricane Maria
that
than died
that
in
should
similarly
be how we
situated in
influence
similar
public
months
opinion,
in the
along
previous
with your
years,
legal system
indicating that there
and
were
your form of
excesses caused,
government.
and therefore
You're a
trying to figure out
jackass.
what the numbers were,
You don't want me to get
then
pissed
predict
off today.
larger
I'm going to
deaths.
keep cool.
So the notion that anyone was falsifying
My
deaths
voice
because of
sounds
vaccines
much
to
better when
reduce
I'm
deaths
nice,
attributable
doesn't it?
to Maria is just ignorance, okay? It's not the fact, it's ignorance of how the studies were
Oh, we'll have
performed and
another
how the death
dance,
toll
number
were
one.
tallied, okay?
This whole planet
Hurricane Maria is not a cause of death that
is
is
going to
listed
have
on
another
any approved
dance, and
death
we're going to get it
certificate.
right this time.
Asphyxiation, blunt force trauma to the skull. These are the things that
Spend
are
my
coroners are
whole
medical
life through
professionals and they're scientists. They take
loving
oaths.
you,
They take
just
oaths.
loving you.
No,
I'll be faithful, I'll
they take
be
oaths of
true.
office.
Oh, I'm on the wrong
You know what
verse.
I mean?
Sorry,
They
number
take the
one.
Hippocratic oath when they become when they become doctors and
Makes
pathologists.
no difference where I
Their
go
life's work is their
or
life's work. The
what
notion that they would just throw that
I
all
do.
away, or be willing to just lie
You
because of
know
some
that
stated agenda is just to
I'll
assume that
always
they've been
be
taken over by the pod people. That goes into the problem with conspiracy
loving
theory
you.
and the notion that there are people that, communist,
Mm-mm.
socialist, Lewinsky style brainwashing happens to a person when they go to college or
Don't be
medical school,
blue.
and they come out the other end.
Hey, why don't we grab some good-looking
Pink,
images
lavender, willing to kill babies on
instead of
command
looking
because
at your
the
dumbass?
cause or
We'll just
whatever.
listen to your
It's a
dumbass.
foolish or naive narrative.
We're just getting the evidence.
Um,
That way, if you make
the
the
other thing
video
that
private,
we need to especially
we
understand
got
is
no
that in
worries, do
conspiracy
we?
theory land itself, we have accepted the notion that whistleblowers are accepted. It's the
I
same thing
should
as
have.
the
I really should
Neo,
have done a show on that
up is
one
down, down is up.
where you
All
wished
experts
your
are to be
elderly
distrusted.
parents
Mainstream
dead.
media is all fake
And then you
news.
made
When
it
someone
private,
comes
you
out
big
with a
fucking
story,
pussy.
they're not mainstream news
Hey,
because they come out with
welcome.
a story
I
not
can't
supported by
speak your
any evidence or
language. I
support
know you're
whatsoever,
from
but it's just a fantastical
Portugal.
tale of
I
child
would
sex
believe.
murders and satanic
Welcome.
cabals and reptilian and secret space
Bless
programs
your
or whatever.
heart.
That's gospel.
My name is
But
Suze,
they're saying the rules of the
and
Muslim universally applicable. They're going to suggest that
unfortunately,
whistleblowers who run secret space
I
programs are
didn't
hiding
start
intel
hearing
that
other
was reported to
languages
the Commonwealth of Puerto
until about
Rico
6 months
used for
ago.
these
So
numbers
bear
alone.
with me.
Though it should be
I do
conceded,
get some of the
must concede
words.
it,
I love watching
that false
Sandro. I know
whistleblowers
you
exist.
know Roberto
Because the article
Sanchez.
underlines the problem, doesn't falsify the
I
problem,
love
of blind
learning
acceptance of
language with
individuals for truth.
friends.
What does that mean to say? Is that even if someone would come forward and
Of
say,
course,
listen, I work for
I've
the
got
House
some
of State,
people
and I know it fixes everything,
from the other
falsifying
side of the
numbers,
world
and they're doing this
that
specific
like to give
agenda
it to
to
me
try
all
to
in
get money from
symbols.
FEMA, or
Let
to
me
make Donald Trump look
let
bad.
me
And
let
then
me
you have to
show
look
you.
that person and
Maybe
say,
somebody can help me with my language today. Wouldn't that be nice?
what do you have? When whistleblowers in the past have come forward,
Okay.
like Pete Slow, Richard
So,
Nixon, or
here we
Biden,
are
that
at the
people
channel
whistle on
for
whistleblowers
anybody in the
back
know
industry willfully
that wants to know
suppressing this
what's
information
going
regarding
on
cancer studies.
with this
That
Divine
person
Presley
those
mystery.
people came forward with
Now,
actual
if you
evidence
just
and
go to your
support,
YouTube
the Pentagon
and look for
papers were,
Mr.
you know,
Dot
documents
A.
that
Dot
were,
P. Let me show you. Oh, my screen is froze. Bummer. Right, you guys are just seeing my last screen. Okay. It's, oh, poof, look. This is the thing. This is how faith goes, and this is how manifestation happens. So you can see that now you're on the right page with me, which is wonderful. But let me just show you something, okay? Let's see if I've got some responses here in other languages. I say here, he says, do you know who I am? I said, love Jules. All right, this isn't the right one. Let me just jump back and try to find you some of the languages that I don't know, which is always very embarrassing. But they're beautiful. Okay. All right, maybe somebody can help me out there. Hey, wait. I know that we have. Okay, all right, here we go. Now, this lovely soul is always writing to me in some kind of script that I don't have a clue. I mean, of course, I can see Mr. A.P. is number one, but this wise fellow used a flat instead of a number. Let me point it out for you. All the academics performing the studies, as well as all of those with access or overview to data and studies. Right there. So you have to have let me get it closer. There you go. Aggregate groups of people would all have to be. See, that's a flat sign. That's not a sideways number for number one. It was a year and 5 months ago when this Mr. A.P., who I call number one, the international man of mystery, advised me to call him number one from there on out. And I do. I have. I refer to him as Mr. Computer Head, which I know sounds silly, but we've been communicating online ever since I came online. And I had never been on the computer. So now I do these shows, I do spiritual research. I will always protect the underdog. I mean, well, you guys probably already know. But anyhow, it's been an amazing trip these 4 years, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. But, you know, here again, I mean, do you get computers with all these different symbols? Because I'd like a new keyboard. I mean, my keyboard just looks like this, right? I mean, just your average old run-of-the-mill keyboard, yeah. But I sure would like to be able to speak other languages with y'all. Now, I'm used to seeing Rose Presley, and she has a beautiful way with language, I would say. And of course, I can't read it, but she's talking about being fortunate to be a tenor and being very sentimental about a dark subject, I would say. But of course, he's making this great cultural musical out of it, which is really cool. That's where we get back into the story about Sandro. I know maybe some of you would hear in this, whatever web we're in, you would know a Sandro. And over here in America, or wherever we think we're at, there was actually a version of Sandro that appeared in Vegas in the early 80s, is what I get from doing the research. But, you know, it's funny. Could you imagine being
X number
Any
of
human being you
positive
want. Just
economic
take your pick.
indicators under
Somebody you really
diversification. From
love.
this study, that's the other
Somebody you
study, and
respect.
you're Alex Jones, and you're
Somebody
saying,
who's
oh, you're all
kind
Celente,
and
and you're
benevolent.
saying that
So
those
put
numbers
that
are all
person in your
messed up, they're
mind.
all made up, they're all fantasy numbers,
Now,
and all just propaganda.
everybody's trying to
Well, then
kill
those
you,
numbers must be
and
propaganda for Donald Trump as well.
you have
And
a
you can't turn
role
around and
to
like start saying
fulfill.
the same
So
economic
what you
indicators
do
and saying the
is
employment
you
statistics that used to be
give
bullshit under
actors
Barack Obama or
and
Clinton, and now
singers
all of a sudden
and family
British
members
Golden can't be sold under
contracts
Donald Trump.
to
All Democrats are
impersonate you
evil.
on the
All
great stage of
Republicans are
life.
good.
Because
What
surely
silly,
you
naive
can't
waste of
be
the world.
on multiple
What silly,
continents
naive waste
at
of
one
the world.
time.
Also,
So it
Mo is a
goes back to the
Republican,
old
not to mix
story
apples and oranges and
with you
conspiracy
always
theories
need
together
one and a
because it just
spare.
doesn't hold
And what
any
that
water.
means
When you make
is
predictable
that
by word and
in
deed the permission
lineages
slip to your opponents to do
that have
something to you. That's very
an
important.
active control
If we're going to
in
let
this
politics
realm,
get to the game, get to the
they
place
must
where
have a
you're
male
allowed to
heir.
slander anyone
And
who's
it's
a
best to
Democrat
have more
or
than
success
one.
by any means
I mean,
necessary,
sometimes
you're willing
twins
to
come the good
discount the
old
deaths of
fashioned
other
way,
people, other U.S.
and other
citizens, because by
times
any means
it's,
necessary, you're going to
what would you
defend your
call it,
guy.
fertility
Well, then you've given the permission slip to the other
techniques.
party to
And
say,
there's
this is
so many,
propaganda
and I don't
spread,
want to get down a crazy
propaganda,
tunnel
black propaganda,
because I
black
should be
PR,
listening to Ding Dong over
disinformation
there, but I
campaign.
don't really like
And then the
listening
whole
to
thing,
him.
when you follow the
He
lowest
kind of gets
standards
on
and you
my
just follow
nerves.
it to the bottom,
He wanted
all
to
that ends up
sacrifice
happening is
me, you
everybody
see.
loses. Because you
I'm
end
the
up
little
in a
orange
real
pumpkin with
shithole
no
in the end,
face.
right?
He's the
Try
one
playing that
that
game out, that
mocks
game of
our
Scrabble
Creator God.
amongst your friends and
This man
family.
is a
You
Satanist
know, and you have everyone
that's
just says,
involved
well,
in
you know,
dark
some people
spell
however the heck they want,
ritual
but what's the point of the
castings
golden
shit.
rule? The
I
point
mean,
of the
I
golden
didn't
rule is
even
to have
know
others as you would have
people
them
were
to
doing
yourself,
that
is
these
everything else
days.
is
Oh
God.
no.
If you don't,
I mean, I was
they are
terrified
going to do unto
of
you
it as a
too.
child and had
Okay?
nightmares about it. Well, no
This is the
wonder. No wonder. Because, see, this happens in more than this one lifetime we're experiencing now. This has to do with our karma
others
and
waste
our
the bottom
dharma.
line.
Dharma is what
Problems
we
with the
give back to
narrative
our
of
Creator.
conspiracy theories that people
So, anyhow, you get a bunch of modern day, ignorant ass, parasite ridden, microwave eaten, disrespectful to females and male. Oh, yeah, disrespectful to even his friends of the same sex. I never know if he just wants them to, like, give him a thumbs up or like, give him something more. Very confusing. But this is what we get from a lawyer. And then this is the guy that's pissed off at me because I've been speaking to all y'all, representing myself what's called pro se in the court of this human experience. There's no lawyer that could handle what's been done to me, even though I have documents. Plenty of them. Well, everybody looks the other way. Well, sure they do. If they're getting ready to try to destroy the planet, you're surely going to look away from the one with the proof. And of course, it was always the woman's fault anyhow. Why the hell should I have the proof? Should be some button-up fato in a suit with a young Republican haircut. You know? It really shouldn't be a grandma, or a mom, or a lover, or a friend. I mean, makes no sense, right? Well, anyhow, I just want to find you some pictures of Adam, and then that way you can see all the different faces of this man. Now, before we start, please, please, I beg of you, keep in mind, they have been altering photographs, image, and film footage since the 1950s. We already know this. We also know that these glitches and these breakdowns, these are graven images. They have taken pieces of different individuals and mixed them together to make a new creation. See, that's how they lie. Just like in the U.S. National Archives the other day, these jackasses had a thing on about slavery. And, you know, they sit and deny with their haughtiness that every single race and nationality has been
And when you come
slaves
out and you pull yourself
along the
straight,
way in the course of history. And
right
no,
away.
that's not a conspiracy theory. We have it written in
Okay,
books.
and here's
We have
evidence that
stories of
proves
our
it.
families.
Rock solid proof
So,
that
yeah,
previously
right
are
now,
wrong.
we're all
And then he
slaves.
goes,
But
yeah, but you haven't proven
back
that
to the U.S. National
that's
Archives.
economic
Okay,
policy for the
so
state of New York.
they have to
He said, well,
disclose
no, but if you come out and
because
you come out of the
I
box and say
accidentally
that the
dumped
meetings
things that
associated
they
with
would
held
consider to
are
be
falsified,
classified or top
provable
secret.
lies,
Well, I didn't know.
then I don't really
All I was
think that
doing
I
was
need to
sharing my
do this
family's
exercise
story.
to give you a
And
shot
I
at
was
having
leaving
evidence for
video
this in the
messages
first
to
place
my
to get
grandchildren that
down
I'm
to the
not
state
allowed
of
to
New York.
see. That's all
The
I was
false
doing.
information that you put forward
Well,
means that
anyhow, that's kind of what
credibility
started
in the
this
position
war
that you saw it.
because it held a
Even
mirror
if
up to people.
2A3 is proven wrong
And
and false,
of course,
there's no reason
oh,
to put
bless
the
your
whole
heart. Let me
thing
try to
four
read it, Anna.
strands together
Let's
on
see.
one just with one regular
Gustava
historical name.
Di Recevo Director.
He
Hey,
did
come
that just
back.
like his
Wait,
own
wait, wait, wait,
name. He
wait.
had
Come back
extra
to me.
falsifications of the times
No,
position.
wait,
That's
wait,
why I
wait.
said, as I
Wait.
quoted.
Directo and Portuguese.
No. You
Favor
don't get it. Death
Bonoid.
numbers were raised to the
I hope I
extent
found favor with the
2
Portuguese
for
people. I hope
AIDS.
that's what you're saying to me.
Exclamation point. Follow the
It was my
money.
intent to find favor
Okay.
with
Well,
everybody across the planet, actually,
they
so
did
bless your
qualify for
heart.
congressional aid. However, they didn't do
So,
the study. I
here
said
we
it.
sit
Just
in
read it,
America,
and I repeat it.
and very, very
The
few,
government of Puerto Rico did not produce these numbers.
what
These
you would
numbers
call
were
news
commissioned by the
shows.
government
Because
of Puerto
remember,
Rico in one instant, but all the other
they make
numbers
these
that come up
graven
with death tolls in
images.
excess of 1,000
Oh, not
people,
only from
1,000
pictures,
people still putting it
but from
as the second biggest
satellite
national
feed.
disaster or natural
So they
disaster
can
in
erase
U.S. history.
people, they can
That those
add
numbers don't
people.
come out of Puerto
They
Rico.
actually,
They don't come out of
okay,
the government
so
of
my
Puerto Rico. They
nemesis
don't come out of the
Chanter,
governor's office of Puerto
he's been
Rico.
speaking
They come out of
ill
independent
of a
academic
man
studies.
who is
So,
a college
falsified.
professor in
They didn't
Canada
qualify for
by the
congressional aid.
name of
They
Jordan
didn't do it.
Sather.
Wrong. You're
Now,
wrong. You're just wrong.
they're
That's all
trying
you
to
need
make
to
him
do.
out like
However,
he is the most
the other thing
hateful
is that you're
person
also
on the
wrong
world because
because,
he won't
okay,
use
we'll get to
a
other ones, but
term
it's
that
also
is
wrong
not a word
because
for one of the 31 flavors of what college
oh, here we
children
go.
are identifying their
The money
sexuality
implementation is also
as.
falsified because the
Okay,
Stafford Act and the
so
FEMA
here's the
guidelines do
punch.
not require a specific
Now,
number of deaths to qualify
everybody knows
for
this
FEMA or
Fox
congressional
News
aid.
is
The
a crock
president
of
can
shit.
declare the
But
natural
little did I
disaster
know
or
that
an
there was more than
occupation
one
that made the
Fox
FEMA or somebody
News. So it's
qualified
kind of
as an
like saying,
as a natural
what would it
disaster.
be like your
No death
McDonald's?
numbers
But
required.
really,
It's
there's
followed
a one
categorically.
McDonald's
The
mixing
evaluation process does
one
factor
thing
in
in the
number
meat
of
and one
deaths, but does not
McDonald's
give a
mixing an
criterion of
entirely
qualifying
different thing in
number,
the meat. I
meaning
mean, they're all
there is no
McDonald's,
motivation to say that
but
there was
each one of
100
them
deaths
has their
versus
own
500 deaths versus
way
1,000 deaths
of
versus
tainting the
3,000
food
deaths.
they
The
serve the
number of
people.
deaths is not a qualifying
Okay.
factor for congressional
Well,
aid
anyhow,
under FEMA.
they made
Okay,
this
so you're 100%
abstrosity
falsified.
um,
Cliff High. Dude,
with one colored
you know
dude
what I mean? You wanna mess
interviewing
with me?
another
You wanna mess
dude,
with me? You can
and
mess with me
another
as much
dude
as
who
you
was
want,
really a
okay?
gal
But now
was
you're 0
bitching at the dude in the
for 2.
middle. See, that's twisted. Now, I went and looked for that video, but they've already erased it. I had it on a
Nazis were
playlist,
not socialists
and I
or
also went
communists.
and
Read the history
investigated
books.
the channel
Truman
in
was
its
the first enemy
entirety.
went down, and this thing
But
followed them on
I
the
did go to
Sunday.
Jordan
The FEMA requirements don't
Sather's
require a number
YouTube
of deaths,
channel,
so you really, I'm
and
sorry,
he
you're
has
wrong.
many, many interviews there, and he's kind of like me. Everybody came at him, and he yelled a little bit,
Left
and
to the
I
right.
yell a little bit.
The original
People
was.
don't get why
Pucker up, Buttercup. You're just wrong.
I get upset. You hear it? Did you hear him tell me to pucker up, Buttercup?
You know what I mean? You're
See,
standing on
this
the
is where you want to go open a
fence.
can of
That's
whoop
all you're
ass
doing.
on
You are.
somebody with a lumpy
Punk
head
around
that's
with
full of
girls. I love
worms.
you,
But
you know, love you as a child of
but I
God,
was
but you
really
really
trying
don't.
to
You know,
just
maybe one day
explain
you know,
how they manipulate these
childhood
images,
young or
and I want
keep young
you
up,
to
Shannon.
see the many
But
faces
you're
of
wrong.
who
I love you,
is.
but you're
I
wrong. You know what I
promise.
mean? It's just the way
I
they do it.
promise.
Okay.
This is the
Okay.
son
Other
of
than
either
that,
Roberto
okay,
Sanchez,
no.
who is alive.
But here's
See,
oh,
the
when it came to
the Roberto Sanchez that was really a contracted actor that played America. Well, oh yeah, when he croaked in 2010, can you believe the audacity of his woman and her children to fake the death certificate I mean, somebody did. Somebody signed it Roberto Sanchez, and it was no such thing. And here's Roberto Sanchez walking into the record department and saying hello and telling who he is, and they say, oh, no, 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 you can't be. You're dead. And he says, my dear woman, I mean, do you not realize that I'm standing right in front of you? So, this is either the son of Roberto Sanchez or the son of Elvis Presley, because Mr. A.P. is the first one that shared all these images over 10 years ago, and they've had a plan. Well, if you consider they've wanted to destroy the globe for over 100 years, why wouldn't there be a plan to save the globe? Lord have mercy. Where is people's faith? I mean, I'm full of faith. Alright, let's do this. Look at the beautiful faces of this man, and do not associate them with the jackass, the voice, but connect it with this beautiful man. Just ignore Chanter the best you can. I know it's hard.
I believe that's correct. Based on aggregate of several other...
And I'll have stuff to say about these pictures. That is definitely Adam playing around. And oh, there's two Adams. I'm not meaning to confuse anybody. There's a wide face one and there's a narrow face one. There's one with a lighter complexion and one with a beautiful brown glow to his skin all the time. Look at this. And boy, is he a cheeseball. This is who's communicating with me. I mean, do I want to believe it's a guy? Or do I want to believe it's a computer? See, I believe it's a guy. I mean, how could a computer do all this? Because I promise you, your computer is only as smart as the programmer. Now, I know there's quantum computers, and I even get my role in all that, believe it or not. But this man and I have known each other in other lifetimes. Sandro says I'm their cousin. And this one, I mean, one of them's saying I'm like his sister. I just heard the other day my miscarriage would be one of these guys. I mean, I think what this means is that we are continually incarnating into the same role in different roles. Because you know you're not always incarnated as a female, nor are you always incarnated as a male. Isn't that amazing? But, you know, the Presley lineage goes back to 454 AD on paper. Isn't that cool? And you're going to tell me there's no heir to the Presley line. And I'm supposed to think all these dudes are Elvis. I mean, what would I be? I mean, would I be so far in a booze bottle that I can't tell one from the other? Or would I be like a heroin junkie or a crackhead? Or what would be wrong with me mentally? Or like, I mean, maybe I'm blind. And hey, that's not Priscilla, by the way. Okay, now, there's a look-alike gal that's famous, and that's a different story for a different day. But if you watch these, you'll even see different hands. See, there's that pale one. I'm not saying they all can't get a tan. And you know, when I first started this story, it was all about different contact lenses. Well, what about the shape of the eyes? What about the width of the nose? What about from ear to ear? And of course, if you go to SKMI, he shows you all that too. But he connects it with this elderly gentleman by the name of Bob Joyce. And then I had to tell SKMI, I think there's two of them, Bob and Robert. Oh yeah, everything comes in twos in this story. And one of these guys does not wear underwear. That's why in that one video where people were attacking me, when I said he doesn't have any panties on the dance floor, I mean, are people so far gone that they can't tell if somebody has underwear on or not? If I wear underwear, you can see an underwear line. Okay? It's that simple. I don't wear panties on the dance floor. And that doesn't mean that I'm a wicked woman. That means I'm very comfortable in the clothes I wear. And what the hell do I want to string up my ass for anyhow? And I don't need to wear diapers. I think I just heard somebody laugh at me through the computer. See, everything I transmit is picked up. I know you guys have already seen me around the globe. Randy Morgan says I pop in and out of the pixels or something. They had a crazy comedy show last night. Oh yeah, I got roasted like a baked potato. Then I was watching a movie this morning, and they hit me again. Dean Martin. I love Dean Martin. Look at this one. And hey, there's a hairdresser in the crowd. And I'm a hairdresser. See, I'm the holistic stylist. And I think that's why they needed me. Because I'm very studied in the art of illusion, photography, makeup, all aspects of cosmetology. I mean, I'm the best hair colorist going. That was the first thing, like, you know, all that crap about, oh, okay, well, Elvis colored his hair. Well, yeah, but there's a difference between shoe polish and hair color. And he uses all of them. He likes to be funny. I mean, you know, it is funny. And see, that's why he wants to know, do you know who I am? Now, he's not the only person asking that. Everybody's asking that. Even if you've been with somebody 20 years and had 5 kids with them and they've seen you naked, they're still asking, do you know who I am? And most people are saying, no, I don't even know who I am. And I keep telling people I know who I am. And this guy keeps telling me that he knows who he is. You get what I'm saying? But regardless, isn't he beautiful? And look at the clothes. I mean, come on. Some of these fashions are so European. There is no way in hell that Elvis Presley was wearing fine European fashions at bargain basement prices in the 50s. He was shopping local in his hometown. Good grief. I'm going to shop. Oh, I'm going to shop. No, it's I'm going to stop shopping around. He keeps telling me I'm his girly, and I keep believing him. I keep telling him I love him. He keeps telling me I hurt him. I keep saying I don't get it. I mean, I've never even met you and... Oh, wait. He did send somebody in this lifetime to Ferguson after we got hit by a tornado. And here comes this guy. Good-looking man. I was sweating. I had sweat dripping in my eyes. I could barely see. And so we had a conversation, and I knew I looked like a mess. And we talked about the new world, where we'd restore ghettos everywhere. But what can I say? He was probably wearing a daggum disguise. I mean, you wouldn't believe what they can do with makeup and a good mask. I know it's funny, isn't it? I'm sorry. It's just not supported by the evidence. It's just him spreading black PR and propaganda. See, look at this long-faced one. This is the one I call Jimmy Ellis that went over to Europe. This one parties a lot. I'm not judging any of them. I think they're all beautiful. They're my family. We're all each other's family. I think that's the message.
or they're successful, you're gonna go down a twin.
I guess we could just play Adam's music from here.
Times wrong.
See, I was
People who respond to
on one of his newest things, which would be.
no, I don't need to get off my
Let me take you there real quick. Hang on. Okay, so
Okay.
here's what we're checking out now. Elvis Presley's Celluloid Captive. And look, now, does anybody want to tell me that that's Lisa Marie? I mean, if anybody does, and they can prove it, I will kiss your butt, full on. But that's not Lisa Marie, and that's not Elvis. I'm sorry, it's not. This is Big Boots. Remember that song? They call your daddy Big Boots. Yours claim to fame. He didn't just sing things from boredom. He was leaving coded messages, come to find out. And look at all the other rock and roll stars and musical geniuses and great actors that had to hide their children so somebody wasn't coming and doing bad things to them. So this guy has seen a lot of pain and a lot of tragedy, and he doesn't trust anybody. So here's what happened. He was looking for one honest person, and they lure me in to this whole Presley thing, and I went willingly because I honestly wanted to be a friend to whatever 82-year-old. Look at this beautiful one. Hang on. Don't you leave. Okay. All right, now, let's just look at this one for a minute. Okay. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. This one, I just kind of melt when I look at. He's got the gray eyes. You guys ever heard about gray eyes? They say Jesus had gray eyes. Oh, some people think this man is the devil. Other people think what I just said. Now, to me, that reminds me of the God of the Bible, Jehovah. Some people think Jehovah is their savior. And other people say, hey, isn't that Jehovah guy the one that told you to put your kid on the rock and sacrifice him? Right. That's that stupid duality. And I see how we got it. But, you know, always keep in mind as you're going through these situations that are to come, the first lie, if there is anything to original sin, okay, so everybody wonders what original sin is. It is the first lie that you tell yourself. How about that for messed up? Mind-blowing. Alright. So, let me just see what comes next. Whoops. Sorry about that. I didn't think I was going to live stream today. And then I saw Big Mouth. And I just couldn't help myself.
Just when it sounds like I'm winding down, all of a sudden I go, oh wait, there's another thing. No. That's it. That's what we're going to do. So I didn't spend a lot of time. Unfortunately, let's see what's going on here. Check this out. I got a little bit of time. If you do a little bit,
oh, he's got a little bit of time.
Specific questions.
See, he disrespects his wife all the time, this joker over there. And she doesn't like him doing his shows, so he has to sneak him in. He tells her, bitch, stay upstairs, I'm going to the basement. And, you know, then he appears and does what he has to do. But he tries to sneak in at times that I won't catch him, too. But as you can see, poof, I caught him. By the grace of God, there I go. All right. He talks bad about everybody. Not one nice thing to say. This is my favorite movie of Elvis's, Flamin' Star. Hi, Lovey. Come on. Oops. Hey, oops, sorry, guys.
Her wife commits bloody murder.
I'm back.
The worst serial killer since John Wayne Gacy.
My phone got too
I
hot.
found out about that fact.
I put it in the refrigerator.
It's
Good holistic stylist tip.
Do Trump fans ever talk to people from outside the USA? I don't know.
Fan on.
We know that there's Trump fans outside the USA. Like, I think that has more to do with
Got my window open.
A huge amount of support for Donald Trump amongst the UKIP and Brexit communities overseas in England. This is because people, it's probably for the same motivations that there are a lot of coup supporters and conspiracy theories in the USA. You know, for no good reason, people lionizing Putin, but we'll get to that. You know who dodged the bullet because of this video today? Corey Good. Corey Good, I caught him on Twitter, passing out Russian propaganda.
You caught Corey Good.
So today's video was going to be an alternative.
These guys are compromised. You act like you're doing something important.
He doesn't have a brain.
Remember? David Wilcox's letter was a script, and people cut and paste, and U.S. National Archives requires a legal signature. A digital signature is not, as you should know as a lawyer, acceptable. You should send it certified mail.
An outlet that's wholly owned
you guys,
by the Russian government. It's wholly operated
I don't know,
by
Chanter. I don't know if you're stupid or psychotic. Are you being used or are you a user?
Donald J. Trump intervened with his genius. And you know what? Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Truth will out. Some guys that represent...
Oh, I'm going to tick your talk.
People can have different political points of view and different opinions.
I'm going to grab your cuckoo and put it in a cage.
We'll see. Let me see.
I'm going to rewind the hands of time and stop this stuff.
We'll see who wins the election. We'll see what happens. If the Republicans hold on to power and Donald J. Trump gets on the
Democrats and the Republicans are done. There is no such thing. I told you, knock it off.
The blue wave prophecies are true. This is what I retweeted when I quoted these tweets by Donald Trump. What did I say? Hold on a second.
You look like an old gremlin zombie. Uh-oh, your wife's calling. She says, get the fuck up here and do the dishes, bitch. Take care of your kids. I'm at work while you're sitting with your thumb up your ass. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Monkey. I mean... Let's take a look at the stream while he's dicking around. Because we need to document this. I like this one. Anon Drude says the sunshine and the rain and the computer and the joystick and the satellite equals fire. Hey, is that why my phone got hot? Grub ball. Okay. Let's see. The ice walls keep the water in. Oh, that's funny, AJ Cap. Sarah has established it's a cube. You guys better quit stealing ideas that combine squares with circles with lines of parallel, you jackass. Okay. Amanda thinks we live in the Truman Show. I disagree. Sarah says we live in a podcast. No, it's only me that's getting, well, it's not just me. We're in a big group. And these guys aren't. Let me just put it that way. Wait, are you going to start with you love everybody?
AI. If you can feel pain,
oh jeez. If you can feel pain, he loves you. But if you don't feel pain, because you've always been in pain, well then he hates you.
Okay, folks, I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go?
I'm thinking of you. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Really?
Or maybe sometime after that.
Oh, I bet.
God willing, the creek don't rise.
I bet you'll talk
Catch you
again
next time.
today.
Peace.
All right, there he goes. So, that's my little report for today, huh? Hey, real quick, I do want to hop you over, though, to a channel that if I were you, I would check out my weather from, okay? It's Thor, Thor, News. See it right there? Thor News on YouTube. This is my friend, part of the team. Come on, mouse. Let's get to the house. Jeez, that was hard. Okay, so here's Thor News. Let me turn this for you so you can see it in a nice color. There's Thor News. And he does, like I said, the weather. He's live right now. You could watch him. There's 97 watching. He does a great. He is devoted. I mean, a heavy duty since August, bringing this subject to you guys. But I've been watching him for several years now. He's a fantastic guy. Let me show you real quick. I'm not going to jump in on... Well, let's jump in on his live stream. He doesn't care. It's a party.
Knowing that we got that.
Thor. Thor. Mighty Thor.
It's totally lit.
It's me, Suze.
And it doesn't seem like much has changed.
The holistic stylist.
And so,
I brought some friends to meet you. Because I know you're working your butt off.
Are we gonna get our ass kicked?
And I just wanted to say I love you.
Are we gonna get our ass kicked by
You're doing a fantastic job, and like I told you, you're never wrong. You have a lot of courage to even speak about these things. But remember, they call this kind of weather an act of God. So you're really just a servant speaking love and truth and showing people.
I don't think the world's ending. But the same, it might get weird. But even if it was ending, why can't
Anybody
life hasn't really been
that has friends and loved ones on the East Coast, they need to get the hell out of there. They say this is going to go on for 5 days.
cancer. I was gonna die in 1 year. I don't think I'd spend that whole year going, oh my god, everything was horrible. I'd probably get a tricycle and a zebra. The zebras are dangerous pets. But I bet I could make my zebra move. But I'm special kids. Anyway, I think the sun is messing with the rain more than it's so I just want to tell everybody, yeah, we are absolutely. Thor says we are fighting a dragon, man, a winged serpent dragon that controls
Elvis in time until it's time for you to go.
So
it was published on March 3rd. The release date is 2017. The label is none. How about that? Oh yeah, this one's been singing the whole 21st century. Okay, let's get back to Thor.
Because I used to walk around the city late at night a lot, like Batman, and a double. So we're about to go through the bad, or where those of us who have empty, you're gonna be like, oh no, this doesn't feel good. If you heard any of the webcam sounds of the storm, it definitely sounds like a giant monster. Like you wouldn't want to be sitting there listening to it. Yeah, so everybody be cool. Dang. And I'll try to keep you guys updated. But I wanted to just say, if I do have to get some sleep soon, yeah, this is totally a monster. And everybody needs to be on full alert and be prepared to help however you can. Just like with Harvey, you know, you may have to have individual boat rescue, stuff like the Cajun Navy. And so I could ask. Energy's weird. Try not to be a jerk. I think I was a jerk earlier. I gotta go apologize. School, I think we're good for now. So the next week, everybody's gonna have to check in on Isaac. And someone's in 95L, but I'm getting, if you go double check on that. So we'll be back. Everybody stay cool.
Love you, Thor.
Remember,
thanks for everything you do for us.
So
appreciate it.
We're definitely need to be coming up with some extra good ideas.
We will.
God bless everyone. Stay cool.
Okay, there's Thor. Guess we'll look at a couple other people I really love. Say thanks to them while we're here. The Leak Project. My buddy Rex. God love him. Talk about a hard-working man. He's always stirring it up. Jackasses can't tell when he's serious, or when he's mocking the lies, or when he's teasing the trolls. You gotta love it. I mean, you can't ask for more. Look at this one. This is about the airplanes that were quarantined, but look how he dresses for this. Let me just play you a quick clip.
12 years in the Senate, a career politician. What has Senator Claire...
Oh, I've had enough of these politicians. Don't want nothing to do with them, Rex. I mean, I know there's a few good ones around, but we gotta get rid of the bad ones so the good ones can breathe. I mean, look at you. You can't breathe in that mask. Take that shit off your face. God love you. Where's Zorg when you need him? I mean, would you speak up when you're talking to me?
All about it. And I'm listening to Prince, Little Red Corvette, right now. This is Survivor Joe filling in for Rex Barrett's Leak Project. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are, and you're staying safe. Hopefully your immune system's built up well. Thank goodness that I've been just taking these Allison Advanced and Super Tea from GetTheTea.com. I love it. And I've got a gas mask on. So, anyway, are the hazmat suits necessary? Is the gas mask necessary in the garage? Probably not, but I just want to be safe. Now, also, there are police...
Rex.
You know what? I gotta change this.
Rex, what are you saying, baby? Talk to me. Give it to me in Spanglish.
Here we go. All right, Blade Runner 2049, but this is from Mega Drive. Futurescape. Here we go. Pulse of the Streets. Can you hear me okay? I hope you can hear me okay. I'm talking loud so you can hear me.
I can hear you, Rex.
This is from CBS New York. Police,
Hey, Rex.
fire crews
Rex.
rescue sick passengers
Rex.
on Carnival cruise ship in New York Harbor.
Rex, will you
Now,
tell number
when I
one
read
I'm
this
sincere?
article, it says hours after a plane with several passengers experiencing flu symptoms,
Rex. Rex.
flu-like symptoms landed
Rex.
at John F. Kennedy International Airport.
Can you help a sister out?
First responders rescued a passenger who fell ill on
I'll
a
trade
cruise
you my
ship
dad's
in
glass
New York
cock
Harbor.
for you to get me a
Now,
meeting with the number one international man of mystery.
You can actually read the tweet. Read the tweet. New York Police Department Harbor and Fire Department New York are removing a passenger having a medical emergency on
I
board
know.
the Carnival
And they don't
Horizon
even
cruise
give a
ship
shit.
in the vicinity of the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
Read all about
Hey,
it.
Rex.
And
For real, Rex. Don't you think that they did that just to spread contamination before the flooding? I mean, they let all those people go home, and they know it takes a few days for for symptoms to surface, right? I mean, fever, swelling, headache, skin conditions. They don't just go poof and happen in 2 minutes in recirculated air. They need a few days to fester.
100 people get sick all of a sudden on the flight, or is that not
Right.
Or
Talk
getting
to me,
sick
brother.
when you go
Talk
on
to
the
me.
flight? And how contagious is this? Isn't it weird that they just, oh yeah, you're good, you can go.
Yeah,
No big
yeah.
deal. Oh, you guys don't want medical attention? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah.
Now, there have been conspiracies that this could be like Ebola. The
Mhm.
question is, That's a great question. So I type in Ebola JFK, and let's see, if you type in Ebola JFK,
Rex, are you
there's going to be a
sincere?
whole bunch of headlines that come up.
Are you sincere when you say you love
We're talking
Zorg?
October 2014. Reuters, Ebola screening starts at New York
Rex.
JFK's airport.
Are you sincere
Ebola deaths top 4,000. Screening begins
when
at
you
New York
say
City
you
airport.
love
That's
us
from
too?
October 2014, October 11th. So a lot of
Rex.
articles are coming up.
Are we really
Now, if you
spiritual
type this in
family?
Google,
I mean, it's true,
the main
isn't it?
headlines
Let me
will
get the
be
phone.
Emirates flight
I'm working.
that was
Not
held
really.
at JFK
but, yeah.
that had over 500 passengers on it, and 100 people got sick all of a sudden, coughing, fever. No big deal, though, ladies and gentlemen. No big deal. Now, you want to hear a strange synchronicity, though? Interview yesterday with Global Witness. Global Witness used to be, he was in the movie industry. And
Oh, I
can't
know.
confirm this, but somebody said he
You're talking
had
about
a
number
big
one.
part of helping with the creation of the movie Outbreak.
Oh,
If you've seen the movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman,
Uh-huh.
that's some like weaponized Ebola.
right.
But if that is the case, what a weird synchronicity. Because I did 2 shows yesterday, 2 podcasts,
Uh-huh.
on these quarantine planes. Talked a little bit about
Think
how
of me.
I talked a little bit about the movie
How
Outbreak, and then
it's
later on that day
gonna
I
be.
interviewed Global Witness, Derek from Global Witness. And somebody told me after the interview about how he was involved with the film. Now I can't confirm this yet. I need to double check on it. But if that's the case, is the universe talking to me again? I don't know.
Oh, they are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, be
Mom and
excellent to
Dad's
each
on the
other.
phone.
Don't be scared when you can
I ain't
be
scared of no
prepared.
ghost.
And be the change you want
Right.
to see.
We all got to live like great spirits, not ghosts. Okay, now speaking of ghost, real quick, let me back it up before I gotta leave. I need to pick my son up from school shortly. But what I would do if I were you guys is go to Courtney Brown. Hang on. Brown War in Heaven. See it? And love you again. Oh, look. Here's Roxanne Courtney together. See, this is friendship. This is teamwork. But I just want to bring something up to my little girlfriends here. Let me show you these sassy mamas.
Well, as of the recording of this video, there is a winter storm, a very rare winter storm happening in Atlanta, so I want to thank both of you
Okay.
for coming by.
Now, this video was done back on January the 10th, 2018. And these girls are in their early 20s. And they are so brilliant and so beautiful and so talented. And Courtney, oh my gosh, is he an international man of mystery too? Hey Courtney, I know who you are deep down, God love you. Let's do the time warp, shall we? And it isn't a bunch of riffraff either, is it? Now, one of these little girls, and I'm thinking it's Curly here, was roasting me last night over at pasty that I thought was paste. But I'm just gonna crack you up for a minute, so stay with me. They've been working on this for 2 months, but this is where it gets funny. I'm gonna give you a snippet from the end of this. So we're gonna go to here. Okay, they just get the fist bump from their boss for their great work.
My brain is. Like I said, I'm crying. I had to stop. That's why I'm looking when I cried. I was kind of wondering how the future will look like, the future of Earth. I mean, it's always a change, like almost every.
These little girls know about the feeling down in my body. And that's why they're cracking up. Feature, right. The future. It's the late night double feature picture show.
And we all get used to our different
Y'all
accents.
think you're funny.
But one thing is clear.
And you are.
Accents.
And you're beautiful.
Change, but the quality of the remote viewing is.
And I love
And
Courtney.
it's so great that.
And you kids deserve a decent future. I know Atlanta's getting ready to get flooded. Right. The meek will inherit the earth.
Young people see that young people are discovering this stuff.
Courtney, I hope you cut that part off. What did you do? Just, it's like, I don't know. I feel like everything is gonna be a lot of editing.
A lot of
Yeah,
editing.
because I put paper in front of my face, I started crying.
Right.
I started crying.
Tag it. Tag it. I cry all the time.
Too much to handle.
24/7. Tears of joy. Tears of sadness.
So it's like, I mean,
Everything's bringing
but
it
no,
back.
it'll still be a big.
That
What?
song's bringing it back.
I think if I meditated, I wouldn't have been able to know what was wrong. Yeah, because my mind just like, way off, like, okay. I just got them
Bringing it back.
It's too much, yeah. The love is
Song's bringing it back. Which one of you girls is the culprit? We're gonna find out.
Nobody's gonna believe this.
No, nobody's gonna
How do I
believe it.
explain this to my parents?
I don't know. All right, so here again. Farsight Productions presents Aziz Brown and the ladies. Aziz is Courtney's son. And no, he's not adopted. And yes, they're different colors. And if you don't get it, then you shouldn't even be here at this live stream. Okay. So, now, God, I love these guys that are trending. I can't barely take these guys. They're way too cool. Okay. Let me stay focused. What was I going to show you? Oh, yeah. Right. Me and my English. I speak one language and I can't even get that one right. Paste. Magazine. Paste magazine. Let's just hop over there real quick. Boy, you want to talk about a great place for music. This is out of Manhattan. And, look, they've hidden that video because it was a special event. Oh, I already knew it was a special event. Oh, nope, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, so what you guys want to go watch is this. Pace Comedy Showcase live from the Manhattan Center. Now, there's been 179 views in 13 hours. And if you believe that, I got some swampland in South Carolina that I'd like to sell you for a reasonable price. You know what I'm saying? A beachfront condo. Okay, so here's our little gig. And let me get sassy pants up. Now, who is this?
So you can imagine my surprise. I turn on the TV, it's two identical white men.
You ain't kidding, it's two Adams, girl.
They're siblings perhaps, but they're not brothers. They're not brothers. My God, hasn't the white man co-opted enough land in this country already?
I know.
Cancel the whole thing.
They're just here to mess stuff up, girl.
Oh, God, you better open up these bottles of water too.
I had to hide behind a fan to listen to you. Look at her. Ain't she funny? It's my little remote viewer. Oh, I see you.
It's because of that I haven't been watching a lot of TV lately.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? I love movies. I love
I was just talking about that movie from yesterday.
I see all kinds of films, all kinds. But I will say though,
I am a media expert. You're right.
my favorite kind of movie scene is when they put the camera in the refrigerator. And then the actor goes to open the fridge for a snack. Oh my God!
See,
Oh my God!
they watch me from a satellite, from my TVs,
It really makes you feel like a scam piece of
from these
shit.
computers. Right. I had so much fun with Pasty Magazine last night with my friends, the comedians.
To make your life seem easier than it is.
You guys should really want to see this.
The tricks you can do. Like for example, I've been known to.
I mean, if I was me, or if I was you, or if I was anybody, I'd want to see this. Let's put her in bubbles. Girl, you are so cute.
But I'll just have my assistant run up the other leg and kiss it out. Very easy, very easy. I wear those off-shoulder tops.
Hey now.
Shoulder tops with a bit of elastic that stretches from shoulder to chest to shoulder. Yes, it just clings to you, holds on to you for dear life. That's the kind of top that says it needs me more than I need it. My underwear is just a piece of velvet. Covered discharge.
I don't wear no panties on the dance floor. You already know. Think you're funny.
But the fact that I waltz around with such grace and ease.
You crack me up.
I'm not single.
Oh, Lord have mercy, you're funny.
For 7 years now. It's a long time, yes. But my boyfriend, he gets jealous and suspicious sometimes still. But this one time, he found a strand of hair that didn't belong to him. And he takes it and he approaches me and he says, well, what is this? I said, that's the piece of hair I have sex with when you're not around. Give back to me. That's my special class. Don't
Oh, Lord. Here. Oh. Oh, I shouldn't even be on camera right now.
And I will tell you that is the height of white privilege. All
Hey.
you white men, you sleep so soundly that nothing bad could ever happen to you. Huh. And let me tell you something. Cornrows and a white person is a bad thing to happen. You better sleep with one eye open. Something else I'll do to my white man. Falls asleep too early for my liking. I'll whip out a Sharpie and I'll write black don't crack on his forehead.
Black don't crack. That's right, girl.
That's a good prank, okay? That's a very good prank. I should bring that prank back to the style. Very good prank. But I will say, as much as I love the phrase black don't crack, I live in constant fear that I will grow up to become the one black who cracks. My God, the only reason I look so young right now.
Can I adopt
is because
you?
I'm not actually old.
Will you be my daughter?
I'm not old. I am 42 since I was 16. Just so I can see when I wanted something bigger than myself. For all I know, black don't crack is a hypothesis and that's for me right now. My God. I mean, there's evidence that suggests I should be okay. Like my parents, LL Cool J and Sade, you know, they look good. Mommy and Daddy look good.
LL Cool J. I love him. Hey, can I like hang out at your crib
Don't like.
with Ice Cube and LL Cool J?
Like catcalling.
No. No.
I refuse to do it.
That's good.
I don't follow trends like that. I don't follow trends. But it's terrible. I think it's terrible that people still, they harass each each other. They harass strangers in this day and age. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
like me.
But this
I'm so
redhead,
glad y'all came to my rescue.
by myself.
Dag, I need
I
an.
wanted to get drunk on you.
I need a cavalcade.
And I'm sitting at the bar.
I'm here
and
in
there's
Ferguson.
A man, he sidles up next to me. And he says,
Ugh.
my God, you're so gorgeous. He was like, I must have your number. Don't make me guess your number. I need the digits. I'm good with area codes, but not that good. Give me your number. I looked at him. I said, no. I said, you can follow me on Twitter like everybody else. Then
And-
I took my drink and I threw it in my mouth. Thank you.
Oh, girl. Lord have mercy. You cracked me up. Now, I'm not trying to be like all women's lib here or anything. The guys were great. But these girls, you want to talk about some ornery, fun chicks.
Could everyone just give a round of applause to Jen for being here? It's so insane. Yeah, this is so weird. Jen doesn't normally come out to things like this, but ever since she passed away last week. she's
Right.
been-
Right. See, Jen's really not here on this
So,
planet.
truly a blessing. So I am mixed. I'm a mixed
Kind of like
person.
I'm talking to ghosts, which I don't believe is the case. And I'm as old as time, and I know that's true.
I am mixed race. It's very hard being mixed.
I know how hard it is to be mixed, and I know why you're telling this story. My best friend Tammy, she had a mixed cousin named Regina that I told a story about, and they used to chase her out of that school in Baden in the late 70s.
You know, like, maybe I'll illustrate.
I'm gonna let you talk about it. Go ahead.
Right?
Show me how it was, Regina, baby.
And my reflections just kind of like, do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It seems like you're not getting it. Maybe I'm not painting a picture. Okay. So here's my bathroom. Like, my bathroom's like from here to here. And then here's my toilet. No, the toilet's here. And then here's my sink. And here's like a little like towel. And then here's the bathtub. And then here's like curtain. And then over here's my dad. And then in a little jar over there, there's like people in it. And then here's my reflection. And my reflection's just kind of like.
Now, what our friend is talking about
It's really hard being mixed.
is when you look your other half in the face that you've
But
never
it's fine
seen.
because I'm part of a really cool support group for mixed people. We meet in Midtown once a week in a basement, and we do all these really fun exercises. Like we like bump into each other in the dark. We like turn all the lights off, and we're just like, doing that. And we're happy when we're doing it. And we like scratch each other to see what's underneath. And we fall together and we rise again. And whenever anybody asks us where we're from, we all slit our fucking throats.
So, I'm gonna give you 3 more minutes of my friend here, and then I gotta go pick up my kid. Right. I had $20 left after I made the house payment last month.
There's also 10 people behind me. So I'm kind of like in the middle of the line. And get this. It's not even my bed.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, sister.
Back again. What if that was how I talked? You just see me outside, waiting for each of you to follow me. Where you going? Let's go to the bank. I have no head. There's like a little worm sticking out. But it's the eyes of the worm. This worm has eyes and the eyes of the worm.
I was just talking about Chantelot having worm in his eyes.
So you let me
In his
follow.
eye.
And
Right.
right at the door, you're like, what the fuck? And you get real scared. Start shaking. And you melt.
Oh no, stop
You
it.
can't believe it.
Oh, stop.
I don't have an album, but and you hear it forever. You just hear that going and going. You're in a psych ward. What else? I have a lot of anxiety. It's gotten
Hey.
progressively worse since after the election. Please vote tomorrow. Just saying,
And she knows I don't vote, but look,
some of your eyes
I'll be back later,
I will not
and we'll go and visit my friends' channels, and I'll introduce you to the crew, okay? That'll be the show I bring tonight.
Yeah, so my anxiety has gotten progressively worse. Since
I just love you guys all so much. Except for the ones that I don't, like I said to Thor. The ones that are jackasses and shills and trolls. Y'all can fucking blow me sideways.
It's really amazing. It's really changed.
Alright. So, by the way, blow me sideways doesn't mean suck my junk. It means push it off to the side. It means like you get a file in front of your face. And if you don't like it, you blow it sideways. You push it to the side. Alright. Well, anyhow, peace, love, and light from the big yellow house on the third cosmic ray. And I'll talk to y'all later.
So maybe it'll help you out.